There's a news at 10. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu rejoices with Christians, preaches love among Nigerians on Easter. Federal government targets 4,000 megawatts grid expansion by 2026. On the foreign scene, China warns nations against appeasing United States tariff in trade deals. And in sport, CAF announces venues, dates for Under 20 Africa Cup of Nations. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has rejoiced with Nigerians, particularly Christian faithful in the state, as they celebrate this year's Easter, which marks the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Governor Sanwo-Olu, in an Easter message issued by his special advisor on media and publicity, Boyega Akoshile, urged Lagos residents, particularly Christians, to emulate virtues of humility, perseverance, and compassion of Jesus Christ. He also implored Christians to continue to live in peace, love, and harmony with believers in other faiths, noting that good neighborliness, selflessness, patience, and love were among the several lessons taught and exemplified by Jesus Christ. Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijaka Sanwo-Olu, has called on Christians and Nigerians in general to embody the spirit of Easter by embracing love, promoting peaceful coexistence. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu stated this at the 2025 Family Easter Fiesta with the theme Love Beyond Measure, held at the Lagos House Marina. Quoting from the Bible book of Isaiah, chapter 53, verse 5, Mrs. Sanwo-Olu said the death of Jesus Christ was a show of God's love for mankind and his resurrection a victory over death. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu said the annual fiesta has been sustained by her office as an important event in the calendar of the state government, as it offers children an opportunity to celebrate with the first family and a unique platform to admonish them with the words of God and present them with gifts.
Let me emphasize that this event is not just about fun, games, and gifts. It is also a platform to instill important values, faith, unity, respect, empathy, and love. These are the virtues that shape your character and prepare you for a bright and responsible future.
Wife of the governor admonished youths not to be afraid to shine in whatever field they choose in the future. On his part, Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Jamiu Ali Balogun, who described the Easter season as a season of love, urged children to be good ambassador of their parents and the state. In his exhortation, Reverend Kolade Ilori of the Horse Memorial Methodist Cathedral, Yaba, said with the death of Jesus, God expects faithfuls to extend love to all tentacles, both near and far. Lagos Island came alive this Easter season with a spectacular blend of color, rhythm, and heritage, with the 2025 Lagos Fanti Carnival, bringing together culture and communities in a vibrant celebration. The carnival, organized by the Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture in collaboration with the Brazilian Descendants Association and community groups, brought together culture and creativity in a celebration that honored both history and hope. The vibrant procession saw the 7 communities in Lagos, Isaleku, Ologbo, Lafiaji, Watedu, Okepopo, Okofaji, and Campus displayed elaborate costumes, energetic drumming, and captivating dance performances. Surulere was not left out in the procession, as they showcased cultural ties to Ologbo at the event. In an interview with our reporter Adirayo Olaya, the chairman of Surulere local government, Sulaiman Yusuf, explained that most Surulere residents were originally relocated from Ologbo when a corporate development project led to the resettlement of affected families. Yusuf emphasized the importance of cultural heritage in present-day Nigeria, both as a source of identity and as an avenue for economic empowerment.
We cannot forget our cultural heritage, tell our children culture, how our culture is, so that they will not forget. We should allow our children to speak our dialect, either Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. We should allow that. Everybody is coming in and showing their cultural heritage. Look at Calabar Carnival. Look at Ojude-Oba and Ijebu. Now, Abeokuta too have done theirs now. Ibadan too are doing theirs. So everybody is coming back to show their cultural heritage so that our own children can also be proud of what we have.
That was the chairman of Surulere Local Government, Sulaiman Yusuf. Meanwhile, Lafiaji Fanti Association commemorated its 35th anniversary with a book launch and an award ceremony at the Yoruba Tennis Club, Onikon, Lagos. The event, which drew members of the community, past leaders and well-wishers, showcased the rich heritage of the association and highlighted its enduring impact on social-cultural development in the region. Speaking at the event, chairman of the association and a founding member of the past captains group, Owolabi Maigun, emphasized the significance of the celebration and called for deeper communal bonds.
Today, we are celebrating life, the existence of the association, the achievement of the association. In fact, we are using it as an opportunity to even promote our culture. So we are celebrating ourselves because 35 years anniversary of the past captains means a lot to us. History is very important. The moment there is no history, that is, there is no existence. So what we are doing it purposely because we want unity, we want better community.
According to him, the association has served as a platform for preserving cultural values and promoting social harmony for over 3 decades. It would interest you to know that Lafiaji community, known for its white and red regalia, comprises 5 zones, namely Ikoyi Obalende, Ije Obalende, Onikon, Okesuna, and Sangros. Foreign airlines have hinted at reconsidering lifting cargo from Nigeria following the deployment of explosives tracing detector machines by the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN. President of the Association of Foreign Airlines and Representatives in Nigeria, Kingsley Owokoma, made this known in a statement. Owokoma confirmed that the procurement of the machines would boost cargo pickups from Nigeria, noting that many foreign airlines stopped exporting goods out of Nigeria due to the lack of sophisticated machines required to check and ascertain cargo contents safe for flight at airports. He also agreed that foreign airlines have been reluctant to pick up cargo from Nigeria because they want to maintain the global standard. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government is set to boost Nigeria's grid capacity by an additional 4,000 megawatts by the end of 2026. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu said the government has engaged reputable engineering, procurement and construction EPC companies to expedite the process under a new strategic direction approved by President Bola Tinubu. Adelabu also said the president approved the distribution scope to be delivered by other EPC companies with the requisite technical, financial and financing capacity. He noted that the current administration's commitment has not only reinvigorated the Siemens Power Project, officially known as the Presidential Power Initiative, PPI, but also created a pathway for improved power supply to key sectors of the Nigerian economy. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has warned influencers, bloggers, and celebrities to desist from promoting unregistered investment schemes or risk legal consequences. This warning follows the enactment of the Investments and Securities Act 2025, which was signed into law by President Bola Tinubu. The new law explicitly defines Ponzi schemes and empowers the Commission to impose a minimum fine of 20 million naira and a jail term of 10 years on promoters of such schemes. Speaking on the new provisions, the SEC's Director General, Imomotimi Agama, said the Commission is working closely with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. the police and other law enforcement agencies to investigate and prosecute violators. Agama noted that the SEC is intensifying its crackdown on Ponzi operators following the collapse of CBEX, a digital investment platform accused of defrauding Nigerians of over 1.3 trillion naira. Now to foreign news. China has warned it will hit back at countries that make deals with the United States that hurt Beijing's interests as the trade war between the world's two biggest economies threatens to drag in other nations. The comments come after reports that the U.S. plans to pressure governments to restrict trade with China in exchange for exemptions to U.S. tariffs. The Trump administration has started talks with trading partners over tariffs, with a Japanese delegation visiting Washington last week, and South Korea is set to start negotiations this week. Since returning to the White House in January, Trump has imposed hefty taxes on Chinese imports, while other countries have also been hit with levies on their goods. In our sport, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has announced the dates, kickoff times and venues for the group stage and knockout stages of the 2025 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations. The 17th edition of the biennial competition will run from 27th of April to 18th of May, featuring 13 nations competing across 3 venues in Cairo, Ismaila and Suez. Sierra Leone will face the Amajita of South Africa in the opening fixtures of the competition in Ismaila on Sunday, 27th of April, while host Egypt will take on Zambia on the same day at the Cairo International Stadium. Nigeria will begin its campaign against Tunisia at the June 30 Stadium, Cairo on 1st of May. Senegal will begin its title defense against Central African Republic in the opening Group C match on 2nd May in Suez before DR Congo takes on Ghana at the same venue. The competition will follow a 3-group format, and the 4 semi-finalists will qualify to represent Africa at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Chile. And that is our news at 10. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us on like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch your news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration constructed watchtowers with alarm bells and perimeter fences in model colleges? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has rejoiced with Nigerians, particularly Christian faithful in the state, as they celebrate this year's Easter, which marks the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. The federal government is set to boost Nigeria's grid capacity by an additional 4,000 megawatts by the end of 2026. Also told you that China has warned it will hit back at countries that make deals with the United States that hurt Beijing's interests as the trade war between the world's 2 biggest economies threatens to drag in other countries. And in sport, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has announced the dates, kickoff times and venues for the group stage and knockout fixtures of the 2025 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Olu-Oroku. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.